WFHK, W231CW. Our frequency modulation, it's 94.1. Pell City, Lincoln, Asheville, Raglan, Springville.
River Studio is powered by Benton Nissan, Oxford, Alabama.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. United Auto Workers are speeding towards a historic strike that could cost the U.S. economy more than $5 billion in just 10 days. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un is reportedly planning to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin, where he will be urged by President Putin to supply Russia with artillery shells and anti-tank missiles. That would be in exchange for technology to advance satellites and nuclear-powered submarines in North Korea. Alexandria Hoff, the news comes days before the president departs for the G20 summit in India. Thousands finally leaving Burning Man in the northern Nevada desert after being trapped by ankle-deep mud that was too thick to drive through.
A lot of these people you're seeing coming out of here made it luckily because they're running into each other and stuff because it's so slippery.
People were told to preserve food and water after a lot of rain fell in just 24 hours. America's listening to Fox News.
On the river.
The JP Dice weather update for today is calling for a mostly sunny Tuesday. High is up near 91 degrees. The rain chances the rest of the week are pretty low. We'll bring on JP Dice in a bit with a complete look at the river area weather forecast. In a decision handed down last week by St. Clair County Circuit Judge Bill Wethington, most all of the claims in the Pell City High School baseball sleepover case have been dismissed. Now, it was earlier this year where a parent of one of the baseball players filed suit against several entities and individuals after a player allegedly received a concussion during that sleepover. Now, litigation will continue against two coaches that are no longer employed by the Pell City system, David Collins and John Glushik. But after that decision last week, the city of Pell City, the Pell City Board of Education, and several individuals will no longer face claims, and it looks like the next court date in this case is coming up in mid-December. The Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers both won their season openers this past Saturday, and both in convincing fashion. It gets a little bit tougher this week as Texas rolls into Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama Saturday night at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Ticket prices range from about $160 all the way to about $1,600 to get in to see that big matchup. Auburn travels west to take on California. It's also a Saturday night matchup. If you're going, the cheapest tickets are about $44 all the way up to about $350 as both Alabama and Auburn take on Power 5 opponents this weekend. And we have a lot of high school football to look forward to Friday night. And the Rush Probst Show and the Tyler Robinson Show will tape tonight. Probst will be at the City Market Grill and Buffet for a 7 o'clock start there. The public is invited, talking Pell City Panthers football. And Tyler Robinson will be at Bowling's Barbecue tonight in Odenville, talking St. Clair County Saints football. That, too, is open to the public. So grab some good food and check out some high school football conversation tonight with a couple of coaches whose games are on the River Sports Network. And for a lot of folks, it might seem like a Monday, but it is Tuesday, the 5th of September, with the Labor Day holiday weekend behind us. Now, on the calendar, it looks like the next big holiday will be Veterans Day on November the 11th. And just in case you're wondering, Christmas is only 111 days away as we're getting back at it after the Labor Day holiday weekend.
News on the river.
And we also have these announcements. Mr. William Washington Librand, better known as Willie Librand, age 56 of Cropwell, has passed away. His service is set for 11 o'clock Wednesday morning from the Usry Funeral Home with burial at the St. Clair Memorial Garden Cemetery. The family will be receiving friends from 5 until 8 this evening at the Usry Funeral Home, directing the Wednesday service for 56-year-old Mr. Willie Lybrand from Cropwell. The Reverend Billy Hunt, age 84, of Asheville, has passed away. His service is set for Saturday, 1 p.m. from the First Baptist Church of Asheville, with burial at the St. Clair Memorial Garden Cemetery. The family will be receiving friends at the church beginning at 11 o'clock this Saturday, with us redirecting for 84-year-old the Reverend Billy Hunt from Asheville.
Weather on the river.
Weather update for today. Partly sunny, a high of 91, a low tonight of 69, 92 on Wednesday. Hot this week, our best chance of rain coming up on Thursday. Otherwise, sunny with a high of 91. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Nice right here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river. Adam and John in the mornings. And 94.1 The River.
Everybody's voting for the friendly voice of radio, the people's choice. Music, weather, sports, and news. It's radio. The people choose. Everybody swinging to the swinging voice of radio. The people's choice. Big fry, small fry, dawn to dawn. It's radio that turns them on. Swinging, singing.
A million sounds you want to hear.
It's a landslide every year. Everybody's diving in the smiling voice of radio, the people's choice. East Coast, West Coast, in between, it's radio that makes us sing.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
But it just seems like a Monday, like that lady says. It is Tuesday all day long, the 5th of September, day number 248 of this particular hot year. We have 117 days left. Birthdays, anniversaries, traffic issues. The only traffic issue I saw over the weekend, by the way, good morning, I'm John Simpson along with Adam Stocks. The band played a wedding on Lake Martin, and it was really only a couple of 3 turns once you got off of Highway 280. And I thought I was smart enough to find my way back to 280. I was not. I got as lost and as turned around, and I was coming back and I saw in big lights, backlit with a bunch of roses and flowers and manicured bushes, the Ridges. I don't remember that one driving in. Go about another 100 yards, another guard gate, can't come in here, boy, not you, not today. The Clusters. Then you go a little bit further.
The Clusters.
Wicker Point. I'm lost.
They're lost.
So,
hey, Siri.
I know. So I pulled over. I saw about 20 deer, and they just laughing at me. I got just completely, totally turned around because Siri said, when you go back to hit Highway 63 and take a right, I said, that's going to take me to Wetumpka. I was completely turned around lost, which hadn't happened in a long time. And there was no alcohol involved. I was whooped. But I missed one turn, and instead of going this way back toward like Main Road, I took this way. Big money. That's a big money spot down there. Russell owns, the R on the football jerseys. They bought most of all of that. And good night almighty. I know it's not Mays Bend, but it's pretty nice.
Did you guys played a private wedding?
It was a wedding right on the lake. And we were in the sun from 1:30 until it went down. It was a hot one. But when's the last time you've just been lost?
It's been a while.
It's been a while because I thought I'm smart. All you got to do is go to the end of this driveway, take a left, a little bitty right, and a quick right. Okay.
Not so fast.
Not today. But
Nope.
it's an odd feeling without, and it was 11:30, 12 o'clock. It's pretty late. There was no one to ask at all. So when's the last time you got lost in a car? There was no little gas station to pull into. I did go through a roundabout. all by myself. I kept taking a right.
Big Ben Parliament.
Yeah. I actually stopped in the middle of the road and redid my Siri. There was nobody out except Santa Claus's reindeer. They were out doing some, pre-inspecting as we're 111 days away from Christmas, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's hard to believe that Christmas, it's almost double digits away. A couple weeks from now, a little less than a couple of weeks from now, we'll be just 2 numbers away from Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, my man Jimmy Buffett, who was born on Christmas Day, passed away this weekend. We had a lot of singer deaths this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett.
He was 76, I believe.
Yeah, and we parrot heads knew that the time was coming because he had canceled. We got to see, Karen and I got to see one of his last shows when we went down to Key West in February. We went to go, he did, I think, either 3 or 4 shows in Key West, and we caught one of them. Fantastic. Watched the sunset, over our right shoulder, and Jimmy's playing over the left shoulder, and just at Coffee Amphitheater. And it was a bucket list concert, so glad that we were there. But he had canceled concerts. He hadn't played probably in 4 months, maybe 5 months, something like that, just canceling concerts. And turns out that he had been diagnosed with skin cancer, basically, about 4 years ago. And so he was out here playing knowing that he was short on time. And so it was a very, very sad weekend in my house. I'm just now getting over hearing a Buffett song and not tearing up. Although there are certain songs when I still hear them now, I will tear up. But Radio Margaritaville was playing a lot at the house and in the cars this weekend. This is so sad.
We also lost Gary Wright. He was one of the first guys that had like synthesizer hits. Our Love Is Alive and Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver. He got that song. He was a very in-demand keyboard player because he was kind of ahead of his time. You got to learn how to work those things. It's different than today. And he was going to be a doctor, so he had some gray matter up top, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty smart. Actually went to Munich to study medicine. And he got hooked up with a rock and roll band in England, and I guess it worked out for him, but he made a trip to go see the Raja in India with George Harrison, and the Dreamweaver train was about that trip.
George Harrison here in St. Clair County?
It didn't specify.
Could have been.
It might well be. It might not be, but all they said was George Harrison, and that trip inspired that song. He was 80. And Steve Harwell with Smash Mouth passed away at the age of 56. And they say it comes in threes, and hope it stops there for a while, because that's... Now, if you weren't around in the mid-'70s when that Dreamweaver hit was on the radio, it had a different sound. You didn't know what it was. Because nobody knew what a synthesizer was, except him. He knew how to play it.
I kind of remember the song from Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Because Wayne's World brought several songs back. That one, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, when they were in the AMC Pacer and that dude's getting ready to throw up in the back there. But when Garth saw, who was it? Was it Mrs. Honey, I think was her last name. So anyway, Garth saw somebody that he fell in love with, and maybe it was the that's I remember that song making a comeback then.
But as rock and roll really came on late 50s, kind of solidified, with the British invasion, we're going to see a lot of this. A lot of aging rockers that we just happen to have 3 in one weekend that were pretty influential in the music world.
What was the guy's name from Smash Mouth?
Steve Harwell, I do believe.
They had 2. They had Walking on the Sun.
And, that was a good one.
And All Star, right?
Yeah.
And then was All Star, one of them I think was used in Shrek and really helped it kind of get a resurgence again.
I haven't seen Shrek. I haven't seen Wayne's World all the way through. Man. I do have a Fugitive, by the way, on the DVR.
Imagine
when
that.
I get home. Dr. Richard Kimball is still on the run 100 years later. We have coaches' shows coming up tonight. Going to talk some Panthers football at City Market Grill and Buffet. 7 o'clock kickoff there, open to the public. Come get some grubbage and listen to some good high school conversation. And on the other side of the county, St. Clair County High. Both teams lost, by the way, over the weekend. Tyler Robinson will sit down with Matt Coulter at Bowling's Barbecue at 6:30, and you're welcome to go join that if you want to be a part of some high school football conversation. The one that kind of surprised me over the weekend, 5A Springville hung in there with 6A Mortimer Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The final was, I think, 35-28 Mortimer Jordan, and they just beat Leeds. So they're a 6A program, and Springville won their first game of the year. And they weren't great last year. I don't sugarcoat it. They might be having a good season in the works.
Yeah, John Clements, matter of fact, and you mentioned that. When I saw the score, I was like, wow, they hung on in there with them. And Mortimer Jordan, like you pointed out, beat Leeds, who's a favorite to make a pretty decent run in the playoffs, even though Leeds is 1-1. Good game, Pell City and Leeds. We'll talk about that coming up in a couple of minutes. But Springville, they are going to be at home versus Leeds this weekend. So that one should give us a good I think everybody's in region play.
Has anybody played a region game yet?
I don't think so.
So the first couple of weeks, they're all, let's get ready for region games.
Yeah, nobody around the river area has played a region game. So Springville is going to be at home taking on Leeds this Friday. Pell City, this is going to be a tough one. Clay Chalkville coming into town. They're 2-0. They're one of the favorites to win Class 6A this year. And they had, they pooed on themselves in the first round last year. They went undefeated, right, in the regular season? They lost to Thompson.
About 3 points.
Yeah, they lost to Thompson, the 7A state champion, game number 1, and then they rambled off 9 in a row. They go 9-1. They're ranked in the top 2 or 3 in 6A, if not number 1 in 6A, and then they get beat in the first round. So Clay Chalkville looking for some redemption this season, but they are going to be at Pete Rich Stadium. A nice little homestand for Panther fans. 3 home games in a row. So that's a nice one there. Pell City going to be at home against Clay Chalkville. St. Clair County, they have a bye this week.
Will they have the show tonight?
You know what? Yeah, game week. There is not a show.
Remind me to fix the news then.
On game week, yeah. So
on open week, there's no show.
That's what I meant to say, yes. So
easy for you not to say.
So St. Clair will not have a show tonight. You got, let's see, I talked about Leeds and Springville playing. Moody is 2-0. They're going to be at Alexandria, which is 0-2. Alexandria has kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit the last couple of years. So that one is going to be at Alexandria. Lincoln is going to be at home against Southside Gadsden. And Asheville is at home against Etowah. Asheville and Etowah both 0-2, so somebody's picking up the first win of the season there. So good luck to the local teams there.
Last year, I think the band was playing, and I kept texting David. It might have been an all-time low. We were at Clay Chalkville last year, and they did a running clock.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't good.
After the kickoff.
That's not good at all.
That was a rough one. And Clay Chalkville, look, this is a totally different Pell City team, obviously. But Clay Chalkville is coming in loaded. They're going to be the heavy favorites. They've got some SEC talent all over the field. And we'll talk about that tonight with Coach Rush Probst coming up. Again, live tonight at City Market Grill and Buffet. Check out my nice Yeti that has my name on it, not John's. But City Market Grill and Buffet, it cranks up at 7 o'clock tonight live. Had a great crowd last Tuesday. Looking for another big crowd tonight. Come on out and join us. It's about an hour long or so. Come have a meal and hear Coach talk about the game last week against Leeds and this week's big game against Clay Chalkville. 7 o'clock tonight at City Market Grill and Buffet.
Victory Christian got a big win over Whitesburg Christian. 411 boys are generally associated with Moody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Victory Christian rushed for 411 yards.
I saw that. It's pretty solid.
Quarterback Shep Sargent, 20 rushes, almost 300 yards in that. Jared Arnold, thanks for the stats on that.
Let me top you one more. Dwayne Talley went a freshman kicker for Victory, 3 for 3 on extra points and a 36-yard field goal. So great job by Victory Christian there. I forgot to look up who Victory is playing this week.
Who is Pell City's kicker? I know the name.
Jake Blackstone.
He might be a really good one.
He's
already good, but he's solid.
Mm-hmm, he's solid.
He's solid. That's a really good compliment here. Like we'll be talking today in music history. Adam goes, "How's that drummer?" He's solid.
Blackstone.
So that's a good compliment.
He's perfect through the season. Don't want to jinx him by any means, but he's perfect through the season. Matter of fact, I've got that on my list of things to talk about with Coach Probst tonight. Talk about Blackstone. Not only kicking the field goals and the extra points, but on kickoffs. The ability for your kicker to get the ball into the end zone and to negate that threat back there to possibly return against you, or kicking it inside the 5-yard line as well. I mean, kicking it way deep because, when you have a kicker that can't get it past the 20, you're already starting with good field position, and that doesn't even include a return. But when you got a kicker that can boot it in the end zone and make you start at the 20, or can kick it all the way down to the 3, and that return man's got to get that back foot on the 1 and then get the momentum going, that's huge.
I don't know. Leeds got the win. They played well. They beat Pell City. 5A beat a 6A. But their kickoffs were not deep at all.
Mm-hmm.
They were almost pooch kicks, or did they just not have a guy that can kick it near the end zone?
Well, you also don't want to kick. LJ Berry, he returned one for a touchdown against Moody, and then they kicked it to him one time last Friday, and he took it into Leeds territory.
But they got it at about the 50. Pell City did almost every time
Good
off the
field
kickoffs,
position.
and I was wondering. Jerry Hood knows more about football in this little fingernail than I know, so I know he knows what he's doing. But I just don't know if they were trying to keep it away from a Pell City defender or kick returner, or they just didn't have anybody that could kick it into the goal line. Now, the wind was howling from the east, I believe. It was a good wind.
Mm-hmm.
And our kicker one time almost kicked it into the fruit stand over there by the railroad tracks, kicking with the wind.
We had a great crowd. It was a standing room only crowd for Pell City. It did look a little weird as I was looking down from the press box, and I looked to the left, and there was no band or no Panther Pit student section. I had to look over to the right, and there was the band and the Panther Pit, which they did that because it gave them more room. And the cheerleaders, I never thought about this until Mrs. Costello. I asked Mrs. Costello, hey, why did we move the band and the cheerleaders? And she said, more room. And the cheerleaders on the left side were cheering to that grassy knoll, basically. So now they're cheering to the band and the student section. So that's pretty good. But great job by everybody who came out last Friday at Pete Rich Stadium. Hopefully we'll see everybody again this Friday. We did get some rain at a lot of football games on Friday night, and some got more rain than others, like up in Corner, where St. Clair County was. Pretty good rain up there for the River Sports Network. Tiffany did a great job with the tent and the bags and keeping everything covered. And so if you were a St. Clair fan, went up there, you got rained on. We had a pretty decent rain at Pete Rich Stadium. Nothing really heavy. I mean, we had a pretty decent rain that came down. Easy for me to say. We were in the press box covered. But as we were watching, there was kind of a mist or a light rain for an hour or so, just enough to be a nuisance.
And then, it's good to get that pointed out, especially if you're at the stadium, you know it. But if you're watching on your TV or your computer or your phone, it's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always nice to have that pointed out, and y'all did a good job of that.
Well, yay, thank you.
It changes the way you play the game sometimes.
I had to give somebody a whipping. I had to ban somebody on the Pell City's football broadcast.
Well, I'm about to get in trouble from the high school here in a minute.
Oh no, don't do it.
I got to do it.
All right. No. We got some idiots out there in social media. Again, with social media, some of y'all just need to be punched right in the nose and remind you that you.
We have a back door. I'll watch.
How big a boy are you? How big a lady are you? No, I mean, some people, and I've said it, you just need to be punched in the nose and get from behind the keyboard and just remember that ultimately, those
I heard the whipping.
Those are kids out there playing football, and I had a little bit of a willy. Most of the time, I don't look at the comments because I've got to focus on the game. There's a crap ton of stuff going on up there in the press
That's an
box.
industry term, by the way.
Crap ton.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I got it pointed out to me, and after about 3 or 4 comments, I kind of went off a little bit, and so anyway, we banned the guy, and so it is what it is. So if you start making idiot comments on our live streams, and if you're derogatory, especially towards the kids, if you're derogatory towards us, you know what your amendments don't cover? Being able to post on our social media page. First right amendment, second right, third right, whatever it is. And so what is the freedom
the First Right Amendment, the freedom of speech in the First Amendment, if I'm not mistaken, and I listened in civics, you should be able to speak your mind without the government getting you.
Exactly.
Without, now that's out the window, but that's what it's supposed to mean, if I'm not mistaken.
And we've had people where I've banned them, and then they'll shoot a message, or they'll call up here. That's my First Right Amendment. No, social media.
They didn't listen in civics class.
Social media and posting on my radio station / live streams Facebook page. First Amendment does not cover that.
It covers the government, but not the king.
Exactly. It's good to be
or the
king.
queen.
Stop it. If you are an idiot, I will ban you, and then you cannot see anymore. If you got stupid things to say, stay it on your wall. Post it in the What's Happening page.
It's on my wall.
But it's not going to happen, not on our social media pages. I'll ban your butt, and that means you can't see it, you can't access it. Yeah, you can make an alternate page, but guess what happens when you get stupid there, too? I'll ban that one, too.
It is 7:27. I do want to get in trouble with the high school when we come back.
Great.
But it's kind of in a good way, though.
Bears.
It is 71 degrees. It's not a Monday. It just seems like it after the Labor Day holiday weekend. The senator, he said he got wet out there Friday night.
Benton Nissan of Oxford is your premier Nissan auto dealership. We stock the complete lineup of Nissan vehicles, offering a huge selection of new Nissan cars, pickup trucks, and SUVs, and top quality used vehicles. Benton Nissan of Oxford is a full-service auto dealership, and our friendly sales team provides our customers with expert auto financing, reliable auto service, and top-notch Nissan parts and accessories. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, we want to give you the ultimate car buying experience. Visit our Facebook page or come see our state-of-the-art facilities. Benton Nissan of Oxford, 1834 U.S. Highway 78 East in Oxford, Alabama.
Doc's Bar and Grill in Pell City. Delicious food and a great atmosphere. Whether you're craving hand-breaded tenders, Philly cheesesteak, a Reuben, how about a BLT or a juicy bacon cheeseburger? Doc's has ribeyes, fillets, or salads like Caesar, Cobb, chicken, or Greek. Your favorite place to meet with friends, old and new. Doc's Bar and Grill. For lunch and dinner hours and to see their full menu, look up Doc's Bar and Grill on Facebook. Come see Amber and the great staff at Doc's Bar and Grill.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Call me, Drew Alexander, at Union State Insurance, 205-884-1670, or on Facebook, Union State Insurance.
Looking for a little more comfort in your life? Don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. And at Allen Service Company, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems. Turn to the experts at Allen Service Company, where financing is available, subject to credit approval. Call 205-338-2311, 205-338-2311, or visit online at allenservicecompany.com.
Win South understands that But life can get busy. That's why we're dedicated to making your banking simple and convenient. Whether you need to open an account, apply for a loan, or just manage your finances on the go, WinSouth offers several quick, convenient digital services to help you get back to the fun. So, no matter where your fun may take you, we can help you get it done. Anywhere, anytime, in as little as 5 minutes. WinSouth Credit Union. Checking, savings, loans. Deposits insured privately through American Share Insurance. This institution is not federally insured. Equal opportunity lender. NMLS 418540.
Weather on the river.
Weather update for today. Partly sunny, a high of 91, a low tonight of 69, 92 on Wednesday. Hot this week, our best chance of rain coming up on Thursday. Otherwise, sunny with a high of 91. That's your weather update. Meteorologist JP Dice right here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river. Adam and John in the mornings. And the 94.1 The River. I want my bike.
Monkeys riding down.
7:31 in the morning. It is 71 degrees. The sun is out right now. I'm going to get in trouble, but she can go ahead and put it on my permanent record because I'm not going to be around, a statute of limitations may run out. I watched the game on YouTube. Crystal clear, no interruptions.
The Pell City game?
Pell City. Well, I flipped back and forth. Was going between there and St. Clair County High, and I got a text message first. It said they may not be enforcing said rules that I'm holding right here.
Uh-oh.
But I didn't see any problems anywhere. So you know what I'm going to do? There were people standing up against the fence enjoying football.
Mm-hmm.
We got enough rules all week long. Nobody misbehaved. So here's what I'm going to do.
Great. Here, we're going to get a phone call or a text from Pell City High School now because
they don't need them. We know how to act.
You are tearing up the rules.
Dang right I am. It's on my permanent record.
And you're doing it very Tutwiler Farmish. You're doing it very.
We didn't need the rule about standing up against the fence. Nobody stood on the fence, which was technically the rule, right? No standing on the fence.
On the fence.
On the fence.
No teetering on the fence like that.
If you can do that, you ought to be a gymnast, by the way.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to have to give you a whipping on the air like I did.
Well, did you happen to look down at the fence?
Yeah, I looked. I looked all night long, or just around,
and
seeing how
there was
everybody was doing.
The Pete Rich River was flowing.
I didn't really look at it. I saw up on the right where the PCHS bushes are over there, and the flag. I saw lots of football games,
which is good. They're supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great game. I didn't see or hear of any problems. So here's the rule sheet over here in little bitty piles that we didn't need.
The pile. Hey, let me play the whip. I had somebody text me, said, can you play the whipping? I missed it. So
I heard it. It was a good whipping.
Here's the whipping. It was, let's see, Leeds is on top 14-10. I think there's, 6 or 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Looks like Pell City is about to receive the kickoff. So Leeds just scored a touchdown. And there was one person, I think this was on Facebook. We pushed it to Facebook and to YouTube, just like the morning show. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook and or YouTube, both of them. We got some doing both. But there was one individual specifically that was just being a goon. And
on Facebook.
A grown man. I know who this person is. Grown man. And so...
Was it me?
No, it wasn't.
Good.
Not this time. And so I had enough of it. Normally, there's so much going on in the press box. I don't look at the comments or anything like that because I just don't have time. But somebody pointed it out to me. Several comments were made. So finally, I just said enough was enough.
So you went... So you snap.
Yeah, I snapped.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one.
So
Good rant.
Michael Douglas, it's 10:01, and all I wanted was breakfast. You got some eggs and bacon back there somewhere. What was that movie, Falling Down?
Yeah.
All right, so here it is. This is from Friday night. You got me potted up?
I'm afraid so.
All right.
Kick. This one taken at the 15-yard line. And that is John David Probst, fair catching. Want to remind everybody on our live feed, we've got live feed on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're an idiot, I'm going to call it like it is. If you're an idiot, we're going to block you. You don't have to worry about making comments. We're going to block you, and you won't be able to see the game anywhere. So keep that in mind. You want to be an idiot, go ahead. We'll block you, and then you don't have to make any comments. So next idiot comment we got, you're gone. That's your warning. We're not going to do it.
And guess what? He gone.
Oh, he did another one?
Yeah, he made another idiot comment, so I blocked him.
Well, see, if I'd been the guy, I said, well, football is blocking and tackling. That would have been my next comment. It was a great game.
It was, yeah.
It was entertaining. It was crowded. You had some weather mixed in, and I'm not sure whether the senator thought he was going to melt or rust. I have the question out to him, but he was out in the elements. And it was a good interview after the game. It's pretty much flawless what I saw as far as the broadcast went.
Yeah. Knocking on wood.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It was informative. The score was given a lot. I listened to the Auburn game a little bit on the radio, and Andy Burcham, I bet he went 20 minutes without giving the score.
Oh.
And you got people coming in and out of cars. That's real important.
Especially on radio.
He's
right?
the radio guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't give the time and score enough if you're the radio broadcaster.
Even if you're doing for TV, but you got all these crawls going, and we have our sponsors down there, and you don't want to have to work, so you want to be, it's 21:14, whatever, at 7:36 in the morning. I would like to know how many people paid to get in. I never could find the Pell City at Moody attendance. I didn't look as hard as I could, but I did make a couple of calls. I did get a return call from the St. Clair County AD, and he said he didn't know. Said, try the principal. I did that first, and please listen carefully because the menu has changed. And about 8 minutes later, click, I gave up. But there was a lot of people at the track. And the river was flowing. I say the Pete Rich River. People were up down on the track just having fun. It's all about the kids. We don't need no stinking rule sheet. So I tore it up in little bitty pieces here.
I got a birthday for you.
It's
you
on
ready?
my permanent record.
You're going to leave
by
it?
the way.
Here's what's going to happen. That's going to go right next to an empty styrofoam cup.
Already dropped one.
From 3 days ago.
And I'll look around. Do you see any styrofoam cups?
It's Monday, or it's Tuesday, whatever day it is. I'll have to throw it away. I'll have to throw, let's see, your little, the packet of powder you put in the water. I'll throw.
Just the top away.
Yeah. I got all kinds of.
Usually I just put stuff in your car. I go out there and put them in your, you're over here doing internet stuff, and I'll be back. I'll go put a styrofoam cup in your cup holder.
That's what I
in your car.
All the time I'm picking up styrofoam cups and lids and straws. That's why I know they're yours, because you always get lid and straw. And they're underneath the passenger seat.
I have never done that.
Oh,
never.
Whatever. Here's a birthday. Where did it go? Somebody out there? It's Tim. Tim, did you bring any breakfast? Come on, man.
He can almost get in without opening the door.
I know.
Yeah, I wish I had his problem.
Let's see. Happy 9th birthday to Aliyah Miller. Aliyyah. Aliyah Miller is 9 years old today. Thank you, Lisa, for sending that in to us. Got a big birthday club here on this Tuesday. It feels like Monday, every bit of it.
You know what her cousin's name is?
What?
I'll have a. Aliyah Miller, 9 years old. Patrick Ekman in the club. We have Deacon Freeze. Don't know if he's kin to the Hugh Freeze family, but Deacon, brand new driver's license day, coming in at 16. Ashlyn Rogers is 26. Braden Bryant in the club. My mom's maiden name, I think, was Bryant. We might be related. And we have Savannah Denny, had one sent in really late on Friday. And Adam locked the door over the weekend, so I was going to come in yesterday, but he didn't fit. So we'll celebrate hers all day today?
We got lots of football going on. The coaches show. We only have one coaches show tonight. St. Clair County has a bye this weekend. They will play Leeds a week from this Friday at Leeds. But St. Clair County, with them having a bye, there's no coaches show. But Pell City will have a coaches show. We'll talk to Rush Probst, 7 o'clock live tonight. We had a great crowd last Friday. Y'all come on out and join us. Students eat for just $10 at City Market Grill and Buffet. That includes the drink. So all you can eat food for the kids and the drink is included. Don't forget to tip your waiter or waitress, though. Please make sure you do that. But come on out. We had almost a full back room back there, and we'd love to kind of have to move some more tables in there. But come join us. Rush Probst, he does. I mean. Again, nothing is off limits to Coach. I mean, he does not shy away from any topic, any subject, and we'll have a good discussion, talk about the Leeds game, talk about Clay Chalkville coming in this Friday night. Big game, Pell City hosting. I think Clay Chalkville is one of the top. They're one of the top 10 teams in the state, maybe top 5 regardless of classification. They are loaded. If you want to watch some SEC football players and not have to pay $300 to go to Bryant-Denny Stadium, this Friday at Pete Rich Stadium, there's going to be quite a few of them on that Clay Chalkville team. So come on out and join us tonight for the Rush Probst show. Again, we start it live at 7 o'clock tonight. And we do that for about an hour or so. Come have some grubbage with us. Let's see. The other games going on. Pell City, as I mentioned, they will host Clay Chalkville on Friday. Springville will be at home against Leeds. Springville lost to Mortimer Jordan 35-28. I mentioned Leeds won. They beat Pell City. Final score 30-23. Moody beat Sylacauga 31-17. They will be at Alexandria. When's the last time Alexandria was 0-3?
Never.
There's a good chance they're 0-3 coming up Friday night. The Lincoln Golden Bears are 2-0 after beating the Asheville Bulldogs 40-26. Lincoln's going to be at home against Southside this Friday. Asheville is going to be at home against Etowah, a couple of 0-2 teams. So Coach Boo Boo Shepherd looking for his first victory as a head football coach up in Asheville, and Coach Matt Glover at Etowah looking to get back in the W column. Everybody is back or in region play around the river area. Victory Christian, crap. Do you have...
my schedule's in there.
Okay. I can look it up real quick. I forgot.
And St. Clair County High is off this weekend. Do you have about a minute of something you can do and not listen?
I think so. Victory Christian, by the way, they are at home against TCC.
Golf story. Over the last couple of days, the U.S. Walker Cup team, that's the amateurs, they go play Great Britain and Ireland, and some of the big names that have been big golfers for the last 100 years been on that team. I think there's 8 or 10 players on the team. 2 of them from the U.S. grew up in Birmingham. That's very unusual that you had 2 guys that played junior golf together, junior high golf, Birmingham Golf Association, and now they're playing against each other in college. Nick Dunlap, U.S. Open champ, plays for Alabama, and Gordon Sargent, who plays for Vanderbilt. Wake up over there.
Yeah!
They were both on the Walker Cup team, and we were way down after the first round and came back and won it on Sunday at the old course. It's St. Nick, but if you're talking about that, it's St. Andrews. Both of them, Birmingham, Alabama products. If you are a labor and delivery nurse, you may have delivered one of them about 18, 19 years ago. That's pretty sporty right there. You can get that phone cord out if you want to.
I got it out. It wasn't long enough. I was trying to end the story, at least for me. It is 7:44. We got to give some stuff away. We didn't give away the $50 gift card to Food Barn last Friday. You brought in Therese and Lance, and they ate up the entire last 90 minutes on Friday. Lance, by the way, he's at the beach.
I knew he was going, he vacay, right?
Yep.
Well, I hope he has fun. But, yeah, good golf story there. 2 of them were from Birmingham, Alabama. You want to give away the Food Barn ditty today?
Yes. Yeah, Food Barn, and I got a $25 gift card to Premier Cinertainment to give away as well. I meant to look and see what movies were in the movie theater. If anything's coming out this
Bonnie and Clyde
weekend, I don't think so.
It's out.
No.
The Sting, The Jerk. You mean I'm gonna stay this color? $50 Food Barn.
$50 gift card to the Food Barn. By the way, hello to everybody watching on Facebook and on YouTube. I don't like going to pushing to YouTube and Facebook because it dilutes our numbers. Because we may have 25 or 30 watching on this platform, 25 or 30 watching on this platform.
Addition is tough.
And it is tough. What's 25, 26, 27? So, but I know there's a lot of people that
Ernest T. Bad 50
that like to watch it on YouTube. It's a whole lot more user friendly.
It's a better picture too.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know why.
I don't know why that. I guess it has. We push the same. Oh crap! What is it?
Thing.
Yeah.
Same
no,
thing.
Not the bit rate. What the same. Yeah, whatever, to YouTube and Facebook. So they get the exact same thing, but YouTube does have a cleaner picture.
Yep. Better sound.
Especially when it comes to football. And so anyway, we appreciate everybody that watches. So you want to do the $50 Food Barn?
Yeah, let's get that one because that's everybody just spent all their money for food for Labor Day, and we save them $50. They'll be changing their specials tomorrow morning at the Food Barn. So think of a good way there. Is there any good questions? It was supposed to be the most heavily traveled Labor Day ever as far as Americans. Of course, there's way more Americans now than there was 40 years ago. But they said a whole slew of people, and it's the 50-mile mark. Once you hit 50 miles, you're a traveler. And a lot of people buy car. Gas prices obviously really high. We saw 370 up near Corner High School. Was that the highest? Had to go up there last Friday.
Yeah, when we went up last Friday, 370 for gas
Yep.
near Corner High School.
370. I saw 30 something somewhere briefly last week, but it went away, like 308 for a second. Corner High School, by the way, I was totally impressed with their facilities. It's funny, though. We get up there. Adam's got to do something for the game Friday night, and it's threatening rain. And here's what it looks like on his phone. It's to be mayor. This is Adam Stocks. I'll be there. I'll be there at 10:30 sharp. So we get there. It's about 10:30. Cricket.
I'm on Angry Birds playing, waiting for
I took a picture. Adam's sitting up there on the top row by the press box, and I sent it to our buds. We ain't kind. We ain't smart. We ain't important. He's sitting there playing with his phone. And when we got in the press box, I mean, the people were really nice. I don't know what the holdup was, but I thought it was hilarious. Good night at the stuff you have to unload.
Oh, that wasn't even close to it. That was just the bare bones of what we had.
And they had just taken a cyber hit, so the last thing they want is somebody new on their system with a great big box of goo from China, right? But that's what we brought. And they were real nice, but that stadium was incredible.
It's a really the whole facility.
The whole campus,
is
yeah.
really nice.
I obviously had never been because it was really, really nice. And they played well. They beat County High. Was it 48-7?
Hold on. What was it? 48-7 final score. Yes, that was it.
In the rain there, but really nice facility. Want to thank them for hooking us up there and doing the high school games is a challenge, but you bring rain into the mix and it gets a little bit dicey.
All right, I got something here. Let's do. I have I guess you could say the official attendance number from the Pell City game.
Ooh.
So let's do this. Let's try a guessing game. Okay. Should we do it on? See, this is also where we're splitting the social media, where we've got Facebook and YouTube.
So you have to work.
Well, no, it's just we gotta do it. Well, I guess we could do it on both of them, huh? Then I got to look on both. It's a pain in the butt.
Let's do that because that's on your end.
Man, you're in.
It is 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock.
All right.
But there was a big crowd at Pete Rich Stadium. $10 to get in, right, with no parking fee. Is that correct?
Correct. That would be it, yes.
And I tore up the rule sheet because they didn't have to enforce it. People were standing by the fence and not having a bad time. So I did that kind of just in jest a few minutes ago. So we're taking guesses on the attendance, right?
Yeah, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. We've got a $50 gift card to to the Food Barn in Raglan. Get whatever you want. You can get some bacon. You can get Nestle's Crunch Bars, Kit Kat bars. You can get whatever you want at the Food Barn in Raglan, $50 gift card. You can do it either YouTube or Facebook, whichever one that you want to do, social media, and comment on your guess on how many in attendance for paid attendance for the Pell City hosting Leeds game last Friday. And if there's a tie, then I'll write down both names and you will pick who the winner is. A, B, C, D, whatever.
Carol Gann.
Bobo's grandma.
Bobo's grandma.
All right, so there you go.
She didn't even have to play.
Give me your guess on how many in attendance at the Pell City hosting Leeds game. And you can give us the comment either in the Facebook comments or on the YouTube comments. We are streaming to both of those. And both those platforms, YouTube or Facebook, really simple. Just look up 94.1 FM The River. Make sure you like and follow on Facebook if you haven't already done so. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done so either. We're going to give this away here in just a couple of minutes. How many in attendance at the Pell City Leeds game last Friday?
Hi, everyone. I'm Brent Button from Holly Automotive here in Pale City, Alabama. We are a locally family-owned dealership in Pale City. Please like and follow our growing Facebook page at Holly Automotive, where we upload all new inventory daily with prices, pictures, and descriptions. Please call me, Brent Button, 205-338-5355, or stop by and see us all here at Holly Automotive, 225 Old Coast City Road, Pale City, Alabama.
I'm Brian Collins with Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports in Pell City. From sales to service to parts, our goal at Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports is to meet all your ATV, side-by-side, and motorcycle needs. And we finance. We have experienced staff and certified technicians on hand in our service department. And we also have a wide variety of accessories, riding gear will keep you looking good. Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports on Comer Avenue or call 205-473-0143.
Hey, this is Jeff Barnes from Food Barn in Raglan. Here's what we have on sale this week.
Pick up whole Boston butt pork roast for $1.49 a pound. Seedless watermelons only $3.99. The Food Barn super ground beef $3.69 a pound. Fielder Fleischer's hot dogs 99 cents a pack. T-bone steak in the family pack $5.99 a pound. Medium pork spare ribs only $1.89 a pound. Chicken leg quarters $7.90 for the big 10-pound bag. Pork steak in the family pack $2.49 a pound. Boneless beef bottom round roast $4.49 a pound. Jimmy Dean's sliced bacon only $2.99 for the 12-ounce package. Hickory smoked or applewood. Check out the health and beauty aisle and the bakery deli and the new school pizza and Crispitos, cheese curds, cheese sticks, breaded breakfast steaks, and chicken fries. And the Food Barn has great deals on Pepsi products. Be sure to find the Food Barn on Facebook and online.
That's the Food Barn in Raglan, where you can get everything you need from down on the farm and it won't cost you a leg or an arm. Give us a call, 472-2178. Thanks very much.
C&R Feed and Supply is your locally owned and operated feed store. A full supply of farm and pet foods like Purina Mills and Nutrina. C&R Feed and Supply also carries lawn and garden products, Carhartt, Justin, and John Deere boots, and a great Western wear selection. So whether you have a 1,000-acre ranch full of livestock or just a house cat, C&R Feed and Supply has what you need. 2 locations to serve you on Highway 231 in Wattsville and downtown Odenville. C&R Feed and Supply, your locally owned and operated feed store.
The St. Clair County Pell City Farmers Market welcomes you to stop by and pick out the freshest eggs, jellies, produce, and much more every Wednesday from 1 until 5 at the Avondale Mills walking track, just a little bit east of the downtown Pell City area. And get there early for the very best selection. A growers market every Wednesday from 1 until 5. Be sure to find them on Facebook. And listen to the river to find out what's available this Wednesday at the St. Clair County Pell City Farmers Market, the Avondale Mills walking track.
Adam and John in the mornings on 94.1 The River.
We're 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock in the morning. Have a contest underway for a $50 gift certificate
50
to the Food Barn in Raglan. How many in paid attendance, whether you're a Leeds fan, a Pell City fan, or just wanted to go somewhere on a Friday night, how many were at Pete Rich Stadium that paid to get in Friday night? I started out with a guess. I'm going to lower it. I don't want to say because we've kind of counted how many seats are there.
Change that card.
Yeah, change that card. Lower.
We go from a 9 to a 7. Oh, freeze.
Speaking of freeze, we have a freeze in the birthday club, but I have to go over here and fix a news thing. Can you talk for 2 minutes? What?
Sure.
Never mind. I know the answer to that one.
So we're looking at the attendance for the Leeds at Pell City game last Friday, and the one that is closest will win a $50 gift card to the Food Barn in Raglan. Normally we give that away on Friday. We got so tied up last Friday that we did not give it away. So we've got the bonus one that we're going to give away this week, as in today. So the total attendance for the game on Friday, and you can give that guess either on our Facebook page, which is 94.1 FM The River, or our YouTube channel, which also is 94.1 FM The River. Had some pretty good guesses out there. We've had some really high guesses and some really low guesses. So we're looking at the amount and the closest one. And we're not going to do the prices right. If you go over a little bit, then we're going to go with you as the winner. You can go over or under. So whichever direction you go, whoever's closest is going to win that $50 gift card to the Food Barn in Raglan. And again, remind you that tonight is the coach's show, the Rush Propst show. We're going to have that at City Market Grill and Buffet as I hold up my cool Yeti that City Market Grill and Buffet made for us. It even got my name on the back of it. So come on out and join us starting at, 7 o'clock tonight. That is when we will crank it up live on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. So you can watch it live, but we'd love to have you out there. Join us. Students, I know the students are in the schoolhouse. That's old school right there. Schoolhouse right now. But students eat for just $10. That includes their drink as well. Water, sweet tea, Coke, Pepsi, whichever. That includes your drink for $10. So come on out, enjoy an all-you-can-eat meal. Whether you're on a pretty strict diet, they got the salad bar, or you want a lot of fried stuff. They got lots of fried stuff up there too. Some grilled chicken, all kinds of good stuff. So come out and join us. Again, it's going to be tonight at 7 o'clock at City Market Grill and Buffet, and we will go live then. Had a great crowd last Tuesday. Looking for another good crowd again tonight. Let's see. Where are we? All right, 7:58. So we're going to give this away coming up in just a couple of minutes. John had to go over to the production room and change something real quick. Here are the scores from the games last Friday. Pell City losing to Leeds 30-23. Pell City will host Clay Chalkville. And Clay Chalkville coming in 2-0, loaded football team. Pell City still looking for win number 1. St. Clair County, they lost to Corner 48-7. They have a bye this week. Springville, they lost to Mortimer Jordan 35-28. They will be at home versus Leeds. Let's see. We got Moody beating Sylacauga 31-17. They will be at Alexandria. Lincoln beat Asheville 40-26. They will be at Southside, and Asheville will be at home against Etowah. And Victory is at TCC. Congratulations to Coach Etheridge, by the way. Victory Christian picking up a big victory against Whitesburg Christian, 24-6. So first win for him as head football coach at Victory Christian.
They rushed for 411 yards, from what we understand. While we're getting guesses together, it is smoked bone-in chicken breast today. The special at Butts to Go. They start serving at 10 o'clock, $7.99. You get green beans and mashed potatoes and a roll to go along with it. A lot of people will be rolling Tide this Saturday night. Texas coming in. The cheapest tickets, I did see some for under $200. Not many, and you're going to be way up there, but you're in the stadium. You can spend about $1,600 if you want to, so we'll be talking about that. Years and years and years ago, we were setting up for a football game at Pete Rich Stadium, and we kind of counted best we could how many it holds.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to close this out at 8?
Yes, I'm ready if you are. I think I've got the winner.
So nobody else can guess?
Nope, we'll close it out right now. I think we've got the winner.
I think we counted about 4,500 seats, but there's 2 bands involved.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, I mean, technically, the students have to buy tickets too, correct? Teachers don't.
I don't know if. Oh yeah, students. Yeah,
students. Teachers, their husbands and wives don't get in free, but teachers can get in at a pass gate.
Youth, you've got the football players can get in and wear their jersey. There's a lot of people that get in for free.
But you have a winner.
I have a winner. All right, so I got 3 that were really close. And again, this is probably, well, anyway. So Wendy Davis is not the winner. She guessed 3,206.
I'm going to say it's higher.
She came in third. Allie Richard is not the winner. She guessed 3,201. No! Susie Vines guessed 2,912. And so I don't know if we'll say official, but from somebody within the school system, 3,000 was the number of, we'll go with the paid attendance, 3,000. So Susie Vines, 2,912. So what's that, 88? Yeah, she was 88 people away. So congratulations, Susie Vines. You are the winner of a $50 gift card to the Food Barn in Ragland. Susie, just swing by with some donut holes from Daylight Donuts at the radio station here, and we will have your gift certificate for you.
Well, let's figure in both bands. That's going to be another 200-ish, maybe a little bit more. The Leeds brought their band, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the show. They're good. There might be another 300, 400, 500 people that are in. Now, we're not counting players and referees and stuff like that, and people that work in the Coke stands and stuff. There was a lot of people there. I thought it would be a little bit higher, just me talking, and that's not official. By the way, you said you were going to take the under. This is classic, and I'm not being disrespectful in any way. You know, we lost Bob Barker a few days back. He got the closest to 100 without going over.
Oh.
Did you hear that one?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he would have liked that one. 8:03, so Susie Vines gets the $50 gift certificate to the Food Barn in Ragland. Let's get out of here and check in with news, Fox News, local headlines, a lot of conversation today. We'll have it today in music history in about an hour or so right here.
WFHK, W231CW. Our frequency modulation, it's 94.1. Pell City, Lincoln, Asheville, Ragland, Springdale.
The River Studio is powered by Benton Nissan, Oxford, Alabama.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. First Lady Jill Biden comes down with COVID for a second time since last August.
This came out of nowhere. No one had any inclination that the First Lady was even under the weather until we got that notice from her office yesterday. But Karine Jean-Pierre said that the president's going to undergo a regular cadence of testing this week. We don't know what regular is.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich of the White House. The president is set to travel to India for the G20 summit. Right now, the White House has not indicated if there's any sort of backup plans in the works. Watching the Caribbean.
Lots of activity in the Atlantic. This is the possible tropical storm Lee, which I think will become Lee probably today and moves very close to the Caribbean, probably as a major hurricane.
Fox News meteorologist Janice Dean. The vacation over for lawmakers in the U.S. Senate return to work 3 p.m. Eastern today. America's listening to Fox News.
News on the river.
The JP Dice weather update for today is calling for a mostly sunny Tuesday. High is up near 91 degrees. The rain chances the rest of the week are pretty low. We'll bring on JP Dice in a bit with a complete look at the river area weather forecast. In a decision handed down last week by St. Clair County Circuit Judge Bill Wethington, most all of the claims in the Pell City High School baseball sleepover case have been dismissed. Now, it was earlier this year where a parent of one of the baseball players filed suit against several entities and individuals after a player allegedly received a concussion during that sleepover. Now, litigation will continue against 2 coaches that are no longer employed by the Pell City system, David Collins and John Glushik. But after that decision last week, the city of Pell City, the Pell City Board of Education, and several individuals will no longer face claims, and it looks like the next court date in this case is coming up in mid-December. The Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers both won their season openers this past Saturday, and both in convincing fashion. It gets a little bit tougher this week as Texas rolls into Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama Saturday night at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Ticket prices range from about $160 all the way to about $1,600 to get in to see that big matchup. Auburn travels west to take on California. It's also a Saturday night matchup. If you're going, the cheapest tickets are about $44 all the way up to about $350 as both Alabama and Auburn take on Power 5 opponents this weekend. And we have a lot of high school football to look forward to Friday night. And the Rush Probst show will tape tonight. Probst will be at the City Market Grill and Buffet for a 7 o'clock start there. The public is invited, talking Pell City Panthers football. But there is no Tyler Robinson show tonight. The St. Clair County Saints are off this Friday. And for a lot of folks, it might seem like a Monday, but it is Tuesday, the 5th of September, with the Labor Day holiday weekend behind us. Now, on the calendar, it looks like the next big holiday will be Veterans Day on November the 11th. And just in case you're wondering, Christmas is only 111 days away as we're getting back at it after the Labor Day holiday weekend.
News on the river.
And we also have these announcements. Mr. William Washington Librand, better known as Willie Librand, age 56 of Cropwell, has passed away. His service is set for 11 o'clock Wednesday morning from the Usry Funeral Home with burial at the St. Clair Memorial Garden Cemetery. The family will be receiving friends from 5 until 8 this evening at the Usry Funeral Home, directing the Wednesday service for 56-year-old Mr. Willie Librand from Cropwell. The Reverend Billy Hunt, age 84 of Asheville, has passed away. His service is set for Saturday, 1 p.m. from the First Baptist Church of Asheville with burial at the St. Clair Memorial Garden Cemetery. The family will be receiving friends at the church beginning at 11 o'clock this Saturday, with us redirecting for 84-year-old the Reverend Billy Hunt from Asheville.
Weather on the river.
Weather update for today. Partly sunny, a high of 91, a low tonight of 69, 92 on Wednesday. Hot this week, our best chance of rain coming up on Thursday. Otherwise, sunny with a high of 91. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Dice right here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river. Adam and John in the mornings. And the 94.1 The River.
10 minutes past 8 in the morning on what seems like a Monday, but it is Tuesday following the Labor Day holiday weekend. Today, back in 1882, no, I was not there. They had the first ever Labor Day parade in this country. It was in New York City. That was the very first one. Today in 1836, I was not there for that one either. Sam Houston became the president of what?
Sam Houston University.
The Republic of Texas.
Close.
What is it? What's the Pee Wee Herman song?
I don't know that one.
What's the Pee Wee Herman song?
You got to throw out the state again?
Texas.
Stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Tejas.
I feel like a trained monkey over here.
Almost. What does a peacock say? That was today in 1836. The Republic of Texas. And a bad day. I was watching. I was just turned 12. The terrorist attack at the Munich Olympic Games. And Jim McKay. We didn't have like 24-hour news in. ABC had their sports team over there. And Jim McKay was acting as like the lead guy when the Israeli wrestling team, is that what it was? They were in a helicopter and it blew up. And that was the first time I remember a terrorist attack, and it had those guys with the guns sticking out over a balcony with the masks on. It was really scary. And that really happened. That was today in the Munich Olympic Games, 1972. And it's gone downhill ever since.
It is 11 minutes. You got that right. After 8 o'clock on I saw it on, I think it was YouTube. Sin says, I cannot wake up today. This is the most Monday, Tuesday ever. It feels like a Monday, obviously.
So she's back to sin now?
I think so, yeah. Not Cynthia, she's back to sin. I don't know. She created the YouTube channel, and she's CYNN, sin. So back to school, back to work Tuesday. Good thing is we've got the short work week and school week out there. And the bad thing is you said, I think in the 6 o'clock hour, the next holiday
is a Saturday, November the 11th. Mm-hmm. So I guess government workers will get Monday off, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if will schools be closed? I meant to look at the calendar.
That's been a come and go holiday. Recently, schools have had that day off. Monday through Friday. I don't know what they do if it's on a Saturday.
I don't see. Karen usually puts the days off for the kids in my calendar. I don't see it. Doesn't look like it.
So they won't get the 10th or the 13th.
I don't see it on my calendar. Not saying that it's not going to happen, but I don't see it on my calendar there.
That's one of those holidays that has, we're going to do it this year. We're not. There's another one out there. Can you get where I'm going? Good Friday. When I was a kid, I think we got that day off. Mm-hmm. But now it's sometimes near spring break, and I don't know if they do or not. Now, it might be. They might call it in-service day now, disguised as Good Friday. It's a shame we have to do that. But
That's the way it is. They have a winter break now. No Christmas break.
Yep, winter break. Not Christmas.
It's winter break.
Winter break. I don't like that.
I don't either.
John Simpson and he's a solid drummer, by the way, for Deputy 5. Lakeside Live Music Fest is coming up on Saturday, September the 6th. What was that?
It came out of you. I just don't want to have to clean it up. If it came out of Hooterman, I'd have to clean it up.
Saturday, September the 16th. A little alliteration lets the lesson linger longer.
Can you say the Rush Probst show quickly?
Rush Probst show. Yeah, you have to. The second P in Probst can
it'll
get
work
you.
on you.
Yeah, it's not Prost. It's Probst. Yeah. So anyway,
Coach RP.
Lakeside Live Music Fest, Saturday, September the 16th, is going to be at Lakeside Park in Pell City, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. That is a week from this Saturday. It is an all-day event. Lots of good stuff going on there. We're going to get Casey up here, and I think he's going to bring some folks. We're going to get Casey up here a couple of times. So we will.
He's solid.
Well, he is solid. Live music all day long. A massive car show. It's one of the biggest car shows, I think, in the state of Alabama every year. Vendors, food trucks, carnival rides, cornhole tournament, big fundraiser for the badges, the Battle of the Badges for Pell City Police and Pell City Fire. So check that out. You can go to YouTube, or you can go to Facebook or Google or whatever. Lakeside Live Music Fest. And that's coming up Saturday, September the 16th. What time do you guys play? Do you know?
I think around 5.
Okay.
6. Best part of that is Randy Leverton using his drums.
You don't have to load in or load out.
Exactly. And he did the same thing last year. And as a drummer, you'll bring like your kick pedal and snare or whatever. And I looked up there and I tapped around for a second. I said, man, we good to go. So I appreciate that. And good job by everybody that's going to be out there doing their vendor wear stuff. Hope the weather is suitable. Mid-September, usually the weather is perfect. I think they are like non-big games for the Tide and the Tigers. You wouldn't want to have anything this weekend, especially at night, because Auburn and Alabama, both Power 5 non-conference games. So we are looking forward to that. And they got a headliner who has hundreds of thousands of followers on social media, and it's not Adam Stocks, even though Adam is solid.
Solid. Hold on, I can't remember the guy's name.
I can't either.
But yeah, he's got like 600,000 or 700,000 followers on one of the platforms. I forgot which one.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. There is Lakeside Live. What's the website? It's
yeah. We're on top of it. Hey, we're having a Monday. I think you're having more of a Monday than I am.
I know. I can't spit out. What was that?
I don't know.
Saturday, September
I don't want to
16th.
clean it up. Hey, Teresa will be here in a little bit. Maybe she'll get it.
Where is the?
You gonna eat that?
What's the? I'm looking on their Facebook page here. The Ryan Waters Band. That's the name of it. Oh, wait, you guys, you're like the 1, 2, 3. You're like the fourth band. You got to talk to Casey about that. You got the Ryan Waters Band. He's on top of the poster.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, all by himself. He's looking all happy. Then you got the Wingnuts above you. And then you got, what is that one right there? Is that a cat? Oh, the Fat Cats above you.
Well, that's Sid Brown, isn't it?
I think so.
Either that or Sid Bream.
And then there's Deputy 5.
And the rest.
Fourth band up. Yep. You have to talk to Casey about that. You need
Does it say what time we start?
You need, let's see.
If it's 1 or 2 o'clock, one of us ain't going to be there.
I don't see what time it doesn't have the start
Tommy
time.
don't get it. Literally, our guitar player, Tommy Obar, who plays the fiddle too. What?
Oh, John Simpson.
What?
John Simpson. On the poster, the Ryan Waters Band, there's Ryan Waters. The Wingnuts, it's got Judge Furr and all the other singers for the Wingnuts. Fat Cats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 7 people in that band. Deputy 5, Tommy, and that's it.
Really?
Just Tommy on the fiddle in his schmedium shirt. Yes.
Anyway, if we play at 2 o'clock, he ain't going to be there anyway.
You got no love. You're not even on the
Stewart.
poster, man.
Breck didn't make it?
No, not even Breck didn't make it in his big old cowboy hat and everything.
Huh. 8:18 in the morning. That'll be Saturday week at Lakeside Park. As long as I don't have to move drums, I'm happy.
We're going to be out there broadcasting all day long. We hope to see you out there as well. Speaking of broadcasting live tonight, it is the Rush Probst Show. 7 o'clock is when it starts at City Market Grill and Buffet. Come on out and join us as we will broadcast live starting at 7. That'll go to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Looking forward to seeing y'all out there. We had a really, really good crowd last Tuesday. And hope to see y'all out there again tonight, 7 o'clock start. Again, students, bring your kids out there. Students eat for $10, and that includes the drink, all you can eat. They've got the steak out there in the evening time and all kinds of yummy, delicious food right there.
Solid.
So come out there and join us. 7 o'clock, City Market, the Rush Probst Show tonight. Come and join us.
Well, the kids are in school now, and I didn't know what it was until this past weekend. You ever heard of the Burning Man Festival?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of mud out there. It's in the desert or something, right?
They have it every year.
What is it?
It's some tree huggers. They have it in Nevada desert, maybe. It rains apparently once every 8 years, and it picked this past weekend to rain. But it's a festival that celebrates... It's kind of hard to figure out. Money is no good there. You can buy coffee and one other thing, and I forgot what it is. You trade stuff. It's a big hippie fest, kind of, sort of. And when they leave nothing. There are no trash cans. But there's also an area where...
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah, that's what it is. When you get right down to it,
really,
that's what it is from what I have gathered. And there's a great big man that they burn in effigy at the end of the festival, if it ain't flooding them out.
Hence the Burning Man.
I guess. I may have heard of that, and I don't know if it would have made any news had they not gotten flooded inside. They got flooded in a desert.
Yeah.
At the Burning Man Festival. I don't think there are, it might be a good place for one, but I don't know if you're going to see a Sunday school teacher there. Let me put it that way.
Is it, are there any big bands that play there?
Not that I know of.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. All right, Burning Man.
It's very secretive, kind of, sort of.
Week-long, large-scale desert campout focused on community, art, self-expression, and self-reliance. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see.
Everything you bring out there, you leave with, or somebody else does. No trash cans.
There's a term for that.
Carbon footprint or something, or...
Yeah, there's a term for that. Let's see.
I call that impossible.
At Burning Man, there are no headliners or scheduled performers. What do you just show up and start playing?
There are some celebrities there because of what we mentioned earlier.
Instead, the participants design and build all the art, activities, and events. It includes experimental and interactive sculptures, buildings, performances. It actually originated back in '86. That's the first one that they had.
Same place every year?
It is now, yeah, out there in the desert, Black Rock Desert in Pershing County, Nevada.
And anyway, it rained, they got 4 years worth of rain in one day or something. And they got stranded where they couldn't get out, and one person died. They haven't said how. There's about 70,000, 80,000 that went.
Are you sure? Because I thought I saw something last night in the VIP section at Burn. We're no joke. I'm not kidding. A burrito was like $80.
I didn't think you could pay cash for any. Last week, it said there were two things you could buy. One was coffee, and I can't remember the other one. Now, if somebody snuck some food in there, it's going to go for big money because you're not legally not supposed to buy stuff. That's what it said last week because I'd never heard of, and it kept being on Fox News. It kept popping up on websites. I'm thinking, I better look this up. And it was making news because of the flood.
Let's see. Burning Man, once considered an underground gathering for bohemians. I'm just a poor boy. And free spirits of all stripes. Burning Man has since evolved into a destination for social media influencers, celebrities, and the Silicon Valley elite. Sounds like a bunch of wannabe hippies. They go play.
It was a hippie fest. That's kind of what I see it as. They want to recreate kind of a Woodstock. But the thing I say is that money's no good. You can buy coffee and one other thing. Can you not see that anywhere on it?
I'm looking. I mean, do you like? Hey, how you doing?
You barter. You bring stuff that you think and if you say you got to have a green bean every day, you better bring it because you can't go buy one.
They make weird cars too. This is very weird.
It's bizarre, and there's an area that, we hit on that one earlier.
I'm looking to see if
now they're not going to put that on the Wikipedia page. But,
Wikipedia.
Wantonness is there. I saw some words that described it pretty well on some other stories.
There's photography restrictions there.
I wonder why.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything on the Wikipedia page about like, hey, how you doing kind of area.
But I read that on some other reports. But they said that money's no good. You barter, you trade, trying to recreate a Woodstock atmosphere in 2023, which is pretty hard. If they won't let you take pictures there, that makes two spots. That and Augusta National. You can't bring they sneak their phone in there.
Yeah, people do all the time, absolutely.
But I bet you there's not many that sneak a phone into Augusta because they will take your tickets and relieve you from the premises.
Yeah,
quickly.
Let me look up. I was just looking at the Wikipedia page. Let me.
You might have to find some news stories on that. Some New York Post type things that go into that. Fox. It's been on every website mainly because of the flood that they had. And it's a long 3-day weekend. You got to come up with a lot of news, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I did see Chris Rock. I saw a video of Chris Rock. He
hitched a ride or something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was, it just sounds like a bunch of hipster doofuses trying to be, hey, look at me, I'm hugging a tree and...
There's no trees to hug. You're in the middle of the desert. The only thing close to you is a rock. I mean, and it's like in a semicircle. Have you seen an overhead shot of it?
Yeah.
It's bizarre, and there's a big Burning Man, I guess made out of wood, I don't know, and they bring it in. It's like, 50 feet tall, and they burn it. I have no idea how it got started. I know there's from what I read, a lot of hanky-panky, therefore no cameras, photo restrictions. But I would like to find the other thing. You can buy coffee and one other thing. At least that's what they advertise.
What was the one other thing?
It wasn't anything unusual. It might have been something you eat. I can't remember at all.
I'm looking at. There's all kinds of weird. Hey, I can't even do half this. I mean, yeah. It's
But it's one of those. What around here? What was the big country festival we had down near Troy? Remember that one? Tennessee has Bonnaroo, right?
Yeah.
We had one here forever and ever that was like a 3 or 4 day. Now Rock the South, but it's too corporate. I mean, it is way too corporate. You can't get that's a shenanigans event there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get away with anything like that at Rock the South. There's too many cameras, too many police. This is kind of it's a hippie fest for 2023.
Didn't Alabama brought back June Jam, right? Or whatever it is?
The one I'm thinking of, was it Alabama Jam? Gaston worked security there. Remember when he did his security stuff?
Where was this one?
Maybe near Troy.
I kind of remember it. Yeah.
I mean, big, huge country music festival. But a lot of that is too corporate. I don't think this is corporate because there's no cameras, there's no sponsorship. Once it's sponsored, then the shenanigans kind of sort of go away a little bit.
The money's got to come from somewhere, though.
There's no money. I mean, trust me. It is, from what I read, people show up. There's nothing there. They show up. They do their thing for 3 or 4 days, and they go home and leave nothing. They won't even leave a styrofoam cup under your seat. like I do.
Like you do, yeah, all the time. It is 8:28. Adam and John here with you on 94.1 FM. The River. Yeah, Judy says unless you strip search the people, there's no way you're going to keep phones and cameras out of there.
Well, Josh just sent us a text. Said it was around Troy, but what was its name? Was it Alabama Jam?
I don't know. Let's see.
It went away about maybe 5-10 years ago.
Holly said, I imagine with the hippies and no showers, probably not a good smell coming out of there. Tracy said there was a YouTuber there. She videoed. Yeah, because if there's nothing but social media influencers, that's how they do their thing, is they've got to have video of it.
We may, I don't know if I want to see it.
Yeah, me either.
It is coming up on 8:30. Congratulations to our Food Barn $50 gift certificate winner was Susie Vines. $50.
Since 1992, Trussell, Funderburg, Raybell, and Ferguson has been the team for all of your legal issues, specializing in general practice, commercial and residential real estate law, business litigation, insurance fraud, criminal and civil law, family law, including child custody, divorce and adoption, personal injury, and more. For complete details, log on to tfrblaw.com or call 205-338-7273. Trussell, Funderburg, Raybell, and Ferguson, the team for all of your legal issues.
So, my buds and I are at Buffalo Wild Wings for game day Sunday, and there is football everywhere, except when I blink. I once missed a game-winning TD because of a blink. Been wanting to turn the inside of my eyelids into a B-dubs ever since. You know, wall-to-wall TVs, hot wings, bartender serving me beers, all in my own eyelids. But insurance won't cover it, so I gotta come up with the cash. Well, at least there's still the real Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
Please drink responsibly.
Benton Nissan of Oxford is your premier Nissan auto dealership. We stock the complete lineup of Nissan vehicles, offering a huge selection of new Nissan cars, pickup trucks, and SUVs, and top-quality used vehicles. Benton Nissan of Oxford is a full-service auto dealership, and our friendly sales team provides our customers with expert auto financing, reliable auto service, and top-notch Nissan parts and accessories. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, we want to give you the ultimate car buying experience. Visit our Facebook page or come see our state-of-the-art facilities. Benton Nissan of Oxford, 1834 U.S. Highway 78 East in Oxford, Alabama.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
Call me, Bart Perry, at 525-0726. State Farm Insurance and Bart Perry, partners to make sure life goes right.
Do you think you're pregnant? Ann's New Life Center is here for you in 2 convenient locations, Cropwell and Leeds, Alabama. We provide free, no-judgment pregnancy testing, confirmation ultrasound, and one-on-one prenatal and parenting classes. You can earn baby bucks that can be spent on anything next door at Ann's Little Shop. All services are completely free and confidential. Ann's New Life Center wants to partner with you by walking alongside you in mentorship, sharing the love of Christ, and assisting you with material resources. To schedule your appointment, call us today, 205-338-4580. That's 205-338-4580.
G3 has the biggest rebates ever. Call Bucks Island 1-800-I'm-READY. $3,000 rebates off the 2023 Sportsman models. $700 rebates off all 2023 package John boats. Come see the G3 models powered by Yamaha. Visit our showroom, Southside, Alabama. Click bucksisland.com. G3 powered by Yamaha has the biggest rebates ever through September 30th. Less than perfect credit? Give Bucks Island a try. Don't buy a boat until you get a Bucks quote. Trade-ins welcome. Bucks Island 1-800-I'm-READY.
Weather on the river.
Weather update for today. Partly sunny, a high of 91, a low tonight of 69, 92 on Wednesday. Hot this week, our best chance of rain coming up on Thursday. Otherwise, sunny with a high of 91. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Dice right here at 94.1 FM, The River.
Weather on the river. Adam and John in the mornings. 94.1 The
It is 8:33 in the morning, 73 degrees. A little bit on the cloudy side right now. A lot of birthdays going on. Savannah Denny had one on Friday. I got it late. Braden Bryant, 10 years old. Ashlyn Rogers is 26. Deacon Freeze, 16. Big win by Hugh Freeze and the Auburn Tigers, by the way, over the weekend. Patrick Ekman in the club. And Aliyah Miller is 9 years old today. The one other item you can purchase with money at the Burning Man Festival outside of coffee is ice.
Ice.
According to the websites, that's all you can buy with money. They have 10 principles of Burning Man. They had a flood this weekend, and it was all over the news. Radical inclusion. I'm not going to go into what they say about it. Gifting. So you bring stuff to help out people. Decommodification.
Oh, yeah, the decommodification of America. What
I'm not sure what that is. I don't want to be a part of it. Radical self-reliance. Radical self-expression.
Not just self-expression, but radical.
You might have some dude showing up like with a hat with a bite taken out of it. Communal effort. I'm just going to read them. You can look them up if you want to. Civic responsibility. I like that one. Leaving no trace. Literally, they're not supposed to have, the guy in the sweeper truck that comes through about once a week at Wally World. He didn't have to come out there, especially this year because it's really muddy. Participation and immediacy.
I've looked at a ton of pictures during that break of this Running Man thing. Here's what it is.
Burning Man.
Burning Man. Running Man, Burning Man. Here's what it is. This thing is just a bunch of rich white people who are having Mardi Gras in the desert. That's all this is. I'm telling you.
I think it's more of a hippie fest than Mardi Gras.
I mean, everybody's dressing up in weird stuff, and
there are some costumes.
Half of them are naked.
Well, somebody snuck a camera in then.
Yeah, there's lots of pictures out of Running Man, so Burning Man, whatever it is.
Burning Man.
Burning Man.
Running Man's a movie.
It is 8:36 on this Tuesday, September the 5th. 2023. Appreciate everybody tuning us in. One of the things that I meant to talk about on Friday, because I think it was Friday when it hit. What was the day the sales tax came back 1 cent? Was that Friday?
It was September the 1st, which was Friday.
Okay. Did you hear anything?
Supposed to anyway.
I got word of it late in the show on Friday morning that Walmart was screwing up. And instead of backing it down from 10% in the state of Alabama to 9%, they backed it down to 9%, but they also kept the 10% in there. So they were charging 19% sales tax on everybody's receipts. And Walmart even sent us, it's not often we get like press releases from Walmart, but it was addressed to you. It said, "Dear John."
Yeah.
So it was, seriously. Go back and look. And so they were charging 19% on all of their receipts, on all of their sales, until they finally caught it and corrected everything. So if you bought anything from Walmart starting last Friday on through the weekend, I don't know at what point they fixed it. You need to look at your receipts and make sure that you did not get hosed over, because you can take your receipt, supposed to be able to take it back to Walmart, and they give you that money back.
I can see, though, where it could happen. Just with they have how many computers in one Walmart? 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
We have 6 here that can't play well with each other. I figured that's got to be a little bit of a hardship. That one, in the sales tax holiday weekend, because it just may not take. I know how computers can be cantankerous. Is that a word? So I bet you it was an honest mistake, because you're going to get caught. No, I don't think there's no way they meant to do that. That was a boo-boo.
How much of that, seriously, how much of that, you think about Walmart, all the transactions that Walmart does, and how many, are you going to go back for $1.09? Multiply that times all those transactions $1.09 that you don't go back. I'm telling you, they're making some coin. I don't think they did it on purpose.
I don't think they did it on purpose either.
And Leanne says, I'm on the Facebook, she says that 19% sales tax is still happening. It was on her receipt yesterday.
Well, they should have fixed it by Sunday or Monday.
Well, they did.
Certainly.
Apparently they didn't. Sin says my receipt from yesterday shows 10% and 9%. Non-food tax was $7. Food tax was $15. So, yeah, I mean, so check your receipts out there.
Were they charging double tax on everything?
Apparently so, yeah. I guess they whoever did the programming did a good job. They dropped it down to 9%, but they just forgot to get rid of the 10%.
So they used the Office Space model.
Yeah, the decimal point was in the wrong thing.
Yeah. Oh, what's the boy's name? Your singer guy.
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton. They were going to steal like 0.00001 cent out of every transaction. And it's going to make a few $1,000s, maybe like $8 million the first weekend because he put the decimal in the wrong spot. I could see that getting it fixed, but yeah, how many people are going to go back for $3? And okay, say it's even $15, and there's 35 people in line. You waiting that one out?
Probably not. I may come back later. I mean, odds are you're going to be going back to Walmart at some point anyway. All right, so yeah, let's see. All right, what Sin was saying. So you have, because there's two different. You got 9% for food and 10% for non-food, right?
Yeah, it just came off. You had 1% come off of food.
Right. And Lisa says it's correct now. Shows 10% for non-food, 9% for food. It will show both, but it's calculated correctly.
I could see where that could be a computer nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
What is a Diet Pepsi?
It's a drink.
Is it food?
Yeah, I would think so.
What is it? Popcorn?
If you
Food?
can eat or drink it, I would think that would be food, right?
Well, like there's rutabagas over there, and I'm not going to eat or drink it.
Rutabaga.
So to me, it's not food. I'd have a better chance eating one of the little green army men by mistake.
Let's see. Those would be tough coming out, by the way.
They would.
We would know when it's coming out.
Yeah, especially that guy that crawled on the ground with the little sniper guy. Remember him?
Yeah.
The rest of them stood up.
Yeah, I like the bazooka guy.
Yeah.
You know the boring one? The guy who's trying to find the mines with the minesweeper
Would
metal
not want to be
detector?
one of those.
No.
They didn't last. If your granddaddy was one of those in World War II, we owe you some gratitude.
Either that one or the guy who had the radio backpack thing. He had little flimsy antenna on him as well.
Or the dude that had to carry the flag. He couldn't even shoot back. We're talking war, Revolutionary War here. Now the guy that had the flamethrower. Think of stuff that could go wrong there.
Oh, more things could go wrong than go right.
Yeah, even if you were perfect at it, you're going to drip hot gas on you with fire in it.
Oh.
But I could see where a computer could mess that one up. Because, at the sales tax holiday weekend, you take almost all the tax off a bunch of stuff. That's got to be kind of a nightmare for the programmer there.
George makes a good point. George says the sad part is it was mostly elderly. I don't know if it was mostly elderly, but I think it was everybody. But the elderly, I mean, if they're shopping, what are the odds of them being on social media and getting word that they were charged more?
So if you bought $100 worth of stuff, and instead of your tax being between 109 and 110, it was 120?
Yeah, it was 19%. They were charging 19% on whatever you were buying.
So that is the Office Space mentality there.
Ooh, is there a big class action lawsuit on this?
Oh, yeah, there will be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How
I work hard for my money.
The Camp Pendleton, you can't hear anymore. That one's out. Here comes the Walmart charge you 19%.
They meant to do it. He stole it. I don't know. I didn't do Walmart this weekend, thank goodness.
Yeah, I don't think they meant to do it, but I think they're going to make a lot of money off of it.
Just between me and you, 1% was almost an insult.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot. What was it? How much was it over the course of the year that
the state was going to give up?
Yeah.
$37.50. I know we have people in office listen. That,
because it started out as 3%.
It started
right?
out as all of it.
Yeah.
We were going to take all the food tax off.
We're not. I mean, Alabama is one of the few that still charges, right?
Not many do at all.
Yeah.
And they acted like it was, the grace of God in us. You're saving 1% on grapes. It could have been better.
Yeah.
That was on top of the every working Alabamian. As they're standing there, you can hear the flute playing and the drummer doing this. We're going to give you an $800 tax rebate. Not so quick, boys. What is it? Is either $150 or $300? I can't remember.
I don't remember. It was how much was? I think it was $300 because they wanted to be. It was like $600 originally, right?
At first, it was $800 or $1,000. We were going to. I mean, it was going to make a difference.
Okay.
And now we're down to. And it'll make a little difference, and it's going to come right around Christmas time, and there's going to be a whole bunch of people that won't get a check. And it's going to be near Christmas time when everybody that works for the state has saved up their vacay, so they ain't going to be there.
Here's some of that some text coming in. Thanks
Not that I have it figured out.
Everybody, and you're going to see two different tax rates on your receipts, especially when you're going and shopping for food and non-food. You'll see the 9% for the food and the 10% for the non-food. So you're going to keep seeing that on the receipt. The problem was they were charging 19% for everything. 19% for everything. And then somebody said Walmart was telling people that if they paid with a card, their rebate would be refunded automatically. The only people who had to ask for a refund were supposed to be those who paid with cash money.
Well, I did see that pop up. I'm guessing it was Saturday, the day after all of that went into effect, or maybe even Friday afternoon, because you get on top of a bunch of fluffy stories heading into Labor Day. That was a news story.
Mm-hmm.
But if you, let's take the food barn. Would anything up there, what about aspirin?
That's not food.
You eat it?
You do, yeah.
I mean, seriously, I don't know.
I would say no. I mean, it has to be. I guess it's edible.
Oh yeah. What? I mean, where do you? I don't know where you put an aspirin.
Aspirin? Maybe I've been taking it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, that's why it ain't working.
That's why it's called aspirin. It's not mouthprin.
I don't know where you taking aspirin, but I don't know. What else is like? I'm just doing food barn because it's a grocery store. Ice.
Yeah, I would say ice is.
So you're giving ice the okay, but not aspirin.
Ice would be yes. Aspirin. No, aspirin is medicine. You can't so Vicks Formula 44.
You don't eat it. You're not supposed to.
You drink it.
Oh, I'm talking about the rubby, chesty stuff.
No, the stuff you drink, the nasty stuff you drink.
Oh, NyQuil.
That one too, yeah. Vicks, NyQuil, any of that.
What about candy bars?
Yeah, that's taxable. That's food.
It's food.
Mm-hmm. Tracy said, let's see, mine came back automatically on my card, 44 cents. Woo, Tracy. Go get you some Perry's after getting that 44 cents back.
Somebody who works for Walmart going to be up really late for about a week. You know it? Fixing all of these. But milk, I'm sure is. Veggies. What else may fall into? Well, okay, ketchup. That's food?
Oh, yeah, that's food. Absolutely.
That's food. What? Mustard? Mustard. What about gumballs you get out in the front?
The stupid sweet gum things?
No, the little things you put the quarter in and turn the knob.
The candy
COVID kind of put a wreck on that one. Remember the ones used to go, there were some banks and a few stores, maybe a barbershop had the one. It was a round, clear globe made out of glass. Had the little almost chiclet ones in there. For a dime, you got about a half a handful.
Yeah, you slid it.
Yeah, you slid it this way and back.
Yeah.
And you got enough for a big wad of gum for a little while, but then COVID, I don't want to do that anymore.
If you go really slow, because it just opened a hole, as you slid it. So if you did it really slow, you'd get extra gum that would come out, or peanuts or whatever.
I never tried that.
Yes. Let's see. This is Snap. On September 1, the state's 4% sales tax rate on those foods dropped to 3%. It continues. It drops to 2% September of next year.
Maybe. There's an if bet in there.
This is off of AlabamaRetail.org.
If there's it's coming out of the state educational fund, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's an if bet figured in somewhere where if things go south, they don't have to do that.
Okay.
I think Karen sent a text and all it had on it was like toilet paper, paper towels, or those groceries. I didn't see the first part, or there wasn't a first part.
She says toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, laundry detergent, etc. Grocery stores sell all of that. But that wouldn't be groceries, would it?
Does that mean? Is that only taxed at 9%, or take the penny off?
I think that would be 10% because that's not food. You can't eat toilet paper.
You have you.
I guess you could.
You want to joke about the bowling ball?
Hey,
you absolutely had to. Yeah. You can eat a bowling ball.
You eat toilet paper. You can knock it out in one.
Yeah.
Don't have.
So you can be like self-reliant, like Burning Man. Just clean yourself in one big swoop.
I'm looking.
We're professionals here.
I'm looking on here and seeing if it says like SNAP. What is SNAP? Is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and that's where if you meet a certain threshold as far as your income, then you get help with food. SNAP foods include fruits, vegetables, meat, poultry, fish, dairy, bread, cereal, snack foods, non-alcoholic beverages, and the seeds and plants that produce food. Sounds like vegetables and fruits to me. Seeds and plants that produce food. I guess you could go.
Where are you going with that? I mean, it's.
No, this is just. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. The revised tax uses the same definition of food as the federal SNAP program. So, food. The definition of food includes fruits, vegetables, meat, poultry, fish, dairy, breads, cereals, snack foods, non-alcoholic beverages, and the seeds and plants that produce food. So that's the definition of food.
So medicine's not on that list.
According to
even like over the counter. I'm not talking like prescription drugs.
Right, like aspirin that you take orally.
Hopefully.
I've been taking it wrong the whole time.
Well, you've had kids. Anybody have a kid that couldn't swallow a pill?
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the worst. I mean, because the other option is not good. And there's been a lot of they can gnash teeth for hours, and that aspirin's still sitting in there solid as a rock.
Yeah, and it's like a dog. You wrap it up in cheese or whatever. That dog will sit there, eat the whole thing of cheese.
And spit the tablet out.
Plop that little tablet out. Let's see. Jessica says, I was charged a couple of months ago at Walmart $120 for 2 lemons. That's a good deal. What's the problem, Jessica?
I know.
She found out the cashier accidentally entered the wrong produce number because it didn't have a barcode. Afterwards, they banned them from entering code, but if they're supposed to scan a barcode on a form, they have to prevent the wrong number. Yeah, I know you don't do the checkout stuff a lot, but when you get fruits or vegetables, I mean, you weigh them yourself, you punch in the number and everything. There's a lot of trust going on with these stores with the self-checkout.
And they figure they are saving more by not paying checker outers than people stealing. Have you read that?
Yes,
They
I
know
have.
people are going to steal, but they think they're coming out a little bit ahead. Or if you do it yourself, or they could have 15 people working there.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't even Christmas time yet. We're 111 days away, by the way, if you're wondering. We need to get out of here. It is 8 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We'll be back for a short one. If you can, please check out our sponsors. We, you, and they would appreciate it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brent Bunton with Holly Automotive. We are a locally family-owned business right here in Pale City, just past the movie theater at the corner of Florida Road and Old Coast City Road. If you're in the market for another vehicle, we have cars, trucks, and SUVs. We buy, sell, or trade cars. So shop local. Come see us at Holly Automotive. We want to earn your business. Please call me, Brent Bunton, at 205-338-5355 or stop by and see us all here at Holly Automotive, 225 Old Coal City Road, Pell City, Alabama.
I'm Brian Collins with Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports in Pell City. From sales to service to parts, our goal at Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports is to meet all your ATV, side-by-side, and motorcycle needs. And we finance. We have experienced staff and certified technicians on hand in our service department. And we also have a wide variety of accessories, riding gear will keep you looking good. Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports on Palmer Avenue or call 205-473-0143.
Premier Cinertainment is open and ready to entertain you and your family. Movie theater, bowling alley, arcade, restaurant, and more. Check out the $5 movie specials, or how about renting out a theater for just you and your friends? For the latest in movie showtimes, bowling reservations, and more, go to pccmovies.com. That's pccmovies.com.
In an emergency, every minute counts. Get emergency care close to home. Care teams at Ascension St. Vincent St. Clair are here for you when illness or injury happens, and we're maintaining strict precautions to keep you and your family safe in our care. Don't delay the care you need. Call 205-851-7150, 205-851-7150.
Ushery Funeral Home has been serving the Coosa Valley area since 1927. We are a locally owned and family-operated funeral provider, specializing in traditional funerals, cremation options, and pre-arrangement opportunities. I'm Steve Perry. My family and professional staff are dedicated to providing personal and quality service to each and every family. Feel free to call Ushery Funeral Home at 338-0303 for help or assistance with any questions. For pre-arrangement opportunities, call or see Vent Arnold, our family service and pre-arrangement counselor at 338-0303. Ushery Funeral Home, our family serving yours since 1927.
Get by Jumbo's Burgers, Wings, and More, where you'll find something for everyone. Our mouth-watering signature burgers, amazing wings, tasty barbecue, and delicious lunch specials. Like us on Facebook to check out our menu and hours of operation. That's Jumbo's Burgers, Wings, and More on Old Coal City Road in Pell City, just past Holly Automotive. Give us a call at 483-3366. Jumbo's Burgers, Wings, and More, where good food tastes even better.
Adam and John in the mornings, 94.1 The River.
Good looking Tuesday out there with 94.1 FM, the river, 74 degrees. It's going to seem like a Monday for a while, but that means Friday's going to get here quicker than normal. A lot of high school football on Friday night, save for the St. Clair County High Saints. They have, I'm guessing, the first open date of the season. I haven't seen another team this quick into it. Pell City has the Cougars of Clay Chalkville coming in. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be a tough one. Pell City, we could be – I don't know if I ought to do this on the air because it'll just make people mad. We could be 2-0. Not easily, but we could be 2-0.
Oh, yeah. Pell City just a couple of plays away from being 2-0, playing against a 2-0 Clay Chalkville team. But shows you every play is important. And we'll talk about this, the coaches show. Rush Probst will join me at City Market Grill and Buffet, my Yeti. Do you have a Yeti, Therese?
Not from City Market.
John, do you have a Yeti?
You hear something?
Mine even says Adam on my other side of City Market Grill and Buffet. So come out and join us 7 o'clock
Mine
tonight.
says Husky.
Rush Probst.
Remember those? Isn't there a Husky brand?
Yeah.
Orca.
Bubba. Those are the Walmart ones. Bubba.
The Bubba Cook.
Uh-huh. Or if you get the high dollar off-brand Orca.
Yeah.
Orcas are pretty nice. Anyway, come out and join us, 7 o'clock, Rush Probst Show, City Market Grill and Buffet tonight. We had a great crowd last Tuesday, looking for even a bigger crowd tonight. The students eat for just $10. It's all you can eat and the drink for just $10. But catastrophic plays is the terminology that Rush Probst used
after week number 1, when Lance and I sat down with him just kind of talking some football, he said, we got to avoid catastrophic plays. And we had 2 pick sixes last week. Pell City did. Not the good pick sixes either. The pick sixes where we saw this one's going the other way. That's the bad pick sixes. So we'll talk about some catastrophic plays and then how the team rebounds from those as well. That was another thing that he talked about.
Good field goal kicker Pell City's got. Special teams. We've had a couple of S words for punts. I can't say them because you will get them.
Mm-hmm. Shank.
You can say them all you like. That'll hurt you in field position. But we had a contest, paid attendance at Pete Rich Stadium. I honestly thought it would be more, but it was about 3,000, give or take a few. And Susie Vines got the W there and a $50 gift certificate to Raglan's Food Barn. I'm going to say the game at Moody, the Pell City Moody game, maybe twice that.
Yeah, it was a really, really big crowd. Leeds, they traveled well, but it wasn't a huge crowd. At kickoff, it still wasn't full. As we got through the game, it did get full, but it wasn't like the Pell City. They just brought an overflowing crowd to Moody, and Moody's, home side was really big. It was packed out, so it was some good football the last couple of weeks by Pell City. Unfortunately, just the wrong side of the scoreboard, and you can see the building blocks coming together under Coach Rush Probst and Pell City. Therese Mashburn, how was your weekend?
It was good. Saturday I didn't do anything. Oh yeah, I did. Ended up going to the lake. So that was fun. Got to see Nico Moon. Somebody paid for him to come to their house, and he put on a great concert.
I have no idea who that is.
I don't either.
He sings that song about apple pie moonshine. I don't know. Anyway, but he's written a lot of songs for other artists, so he sang a lot of those too. He was really good. He sounded fantastic. And then yesterday, Sunday, I did nothing. I just laid around all day, didn't do anything. And yesterday, I went to see my bestie, Michelle. She lives over in Ross Bridge. She and her husband got a transfer to Tampa for his job. He's an investment banker, and they're going to be moving to Tampa in about 3 weeks. So I went to hang out with her, and apparently past you.
Yes.
You were out there running at Rossbridge. I saw the orange shirt, and I was like, there's no way. They would not be out here running because it's just such a random spot for you to pick. But I realized later it was you. So, no, I didn't honk. I didn't anything. Sorry about that.
We're out there, Karen and I. Well, we ran an 8K the Saturday morning, got up early, and I took Anthony and Dane. We did an 8K through, the neighborhood there.
Yeah.
Of Rossbridge, which is really cool. They've got their own little retail section with restaurants and pedicures and dentists and
yep.
all
$20
kinds of
tree.
Yeah, small grocery store. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got it all.
Yeah. They have a $20 tree.
It's probably every bit of that $20 tree.
Mm-hmm.
Probably no boxes in the aisles in the Rossbridge one.
No.
And then anyway, on the way out, I saw on Saturday there was a pretty little course or little trail there. And I told Karen, I said, let's go run on Monday because the boys were over at her parents. And so we went over there and ran that course a little bit and the trail. And apparently you saw us. You didn't honk. You didn't throw it. Hey, listen. You didn't wave. You didn't do anything. You saw us, but you just completely ignored us as you were going to your highfalutin friends over there in Ross Bridge. Thanks.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure that it was you, and I didn't realize it until I'd already passed by. That I think when I saw the stickers on the back of the vehicle, I was like, that has to be them. And then when I got on Facebook and looked, I was like, yep, he's wearing the orange shirt. That was definitely them. It just seems wow that's where y'all would be. But
who was the guy playing, the guitar player, the singer guy?
Nico Moon.
A whole band?
Yeah, he had full band. He was great.
At somebody's house?
Yeah.
It's like having Deputy 5 at your wedding.
They had a
time.
big stage built face towards the water, and it was promoted through Facebook, and there were boats everywhere.
At Ross Bridge?
No, here at the lake. That was Saturday, and then yesterday is when I saw Adam and them, so I went over to hang out with my bestie.
Well, where's Miko from?
I have no idea.
Nico is
Nico.
I think it's Nikko.
Nicholas Cowan. He goes by Nico Moon, originally from Tyler, Texas, relocated to Douglasville, Georgia when he was 10. His dad's a truck driver. His mother's a waitress. All right, blue collar stuff there. Says here that he's an American country pop singer and songwriter. Written songs for Dierks Bentley, Zac Brown Band, Rascal Flatts, and Morgan Wallen. Also a member of the group Sir Roosevelt with Zac Brown. You ever heard of Sir Roosevelt?
Mm-mm.
I guess Zac Brown has it was formed in 2016. Zac Brown, Nico Moon, and Ben Simonetti, whoever that is.
Huh.
And this dude was just playing for free somewhere on the water?
I'm sure he charged the homeowner to come, but yeah, the lake people that were there got to come and watch it for free. He was really good. He had a whole light show going on. It was great. And loud. Oh my gosh, you could hear. We were not up close because we couldn't get a spot, but you could hear him, and he was good. He was real good.
Nico Moon he's got a #1 country hit back in 2020 called Good Time.
Good Time. Yeah, I call it Apple Pie Moonshine because, I never know the name of a song. I just pick out a verse and decide that's the name of it. So, yeah.
Well, that's big money there, getting somebody like that.
It had a #1 hit and it went to 20 on the pop charts.
And if you showed up by boat, you got to go, you show up and listen.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many people were at the SEPA event.
There was a lot there, too. I had some friends that posted a lot of pictures and had actually some audio that you could hear, and those folks were good. They were doing a Bee Gees song, and I was like, what? They were spot on. They were very good.
Yeah, that Black Jacket Symphony, if you're in it, you're a player. You more than likely can read, and you're like as good as anybody in the state at what you play.
Yeah. It sounded good. I had, a lot of folks took some video and pictures and posted that. There was a big crowd for that, too.
9:05 on a Tuesday with 94.1 FM. The River Kiddos had to go back to school today. They'll get out. Let's make it a safe drive out of there. We'll have football getting here maybe quicker than normal since we think it's a Monday, but it's a Tuesday. We have the Coach Rush Probst show tonight. 7 o'clock at City Market Grill and Buffet. Tyler Robinson has at least the week off from the show. I'm sure they'll be doing football, but they're going to have this week off because they have an open date coming up Friday night. Auburn, the last regular season game they played in California, I don't know if there is one. They played in the Rose Bowl at one of the national championship games and got beat. Maybe Florida State. But they may have gone sometime in the past, but they were at Cal, which is in Berkeley. And I don't know what the line is on that game.
I was about to ask. I know what it is. What do you think it is?
Auburn by 9.
Auburn -6.5.
So they're 6.5-point favorite.
How about Alabama? Did you see that one?
Alabama's going to be favored by a 13.5.
Alabama -7.5 at home against Texas.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
Load up on the Tide on that one.
John's going to put some action down on that one.
Put some down on the Tide on that one. Of course, I had Clemson last night.
If I had been a betting woman, I would not have bet that LSU would have lost like they did to Florida State. That was nuts.
I don't know what the line was on that one, but Florida State beat it. Whatever that one was. Any other major surprises?
Clemson getting tore up.
Colorado winning that game, I thought was a surprise, especially being on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And they won one game last year, and a new coach coming in. Of course, that coach is Deion Sanders. That adds an extra layer to the pie there out in Boulder, Colorado.
All right, it is 9:07. We're about to hit a news time out here. Fox News, local weather forecast. Going to be warm, but not horribly warm. Looking for highs in the low 90s. The chances of rain on the slim side. That's good because we got a lot of football coming up on Friday. Join us again tomorrow morning as we go live stream at 7 a.m. More good stuff to give away. Come out and join us. The Rush Probst Show, 7 o'clock tonight at City Market Grill and Buffet as we go live.